in the past, we are trying to provide the assistant to the translator, and we call it just to translate, and mainly refer to the SiSTeC as the platform. So this is the translation approach to provide the translation technology, but focusing on the low cost and lowering the cost and increasing the translation productivity. Okay, so here just to translate is the same, refer to a machine translation, and then followed by post editing. But we try to make the post editing supported by a more intelligent and advanced tool, so that the post editor is more handy in performing the post editing. Okay. So here the post editor, hopefully with the help of the tools, there can be anyone. They don't need to be a translator. Anyone know the target and source language, they will be able to do the post editing. Okay, so here we anticipate such an intelligent CAT tool should have more advanced annotations knowledge structure. For example, we use the SiSTeC, and with this, it can perform or become a unified structure for the key CAT functionality like glossary, translation memory, and machine translation, hopefully adaptive. It can be improved further considering the user usage, and all this functionality can be tightly integrated to serve the user better. Okay, so if you look into the 3 example CAT tool we have looked into just now, it's actually quite complicated because all the information are displayed separately without integrations. Yeah, so for example here, you have to look into what can be used, and improve it here. Same here, this is the translation memory, this is the glossary, you pick whatever. And the Google CAT tool also. Okay. Okay, so what in the past with the SiSTeC, what we try to do is to show the word alignment which have been used to generate the target sentence. And if the user finds the target equivalent is not appropriate, not accurate, they can easily look up and select from the glossary, which informing the frequency of its appearance in the parallel text. And if they are not quite sure what is the meaning of the target word, they can always look into the translation memory to double check the translation word in the parallel sentences. Okay, this is the first round at the word level. Of course, we can do the same for the phrase level. And also, if the input sentence is quite close to the existing source sentence we have been translated, we can also look at the translation memory. So these are all the possibilities we can provide. Okay, so for example, now with the simple CAT which I have been shared with you all, you can key in the source sentence, and then at the moment I only implement the word level, but considering the more advanced version, we should have the translation memory Okay, look up if there are any translation memory available which is relevant, and then at the word level, and then at the phrase level, and probably not display all the phrases, but only the relevant one based on the user chosen and the dictionary of the word involved, so the user also can get better equivalent from the dictionary, if any. And from this, then the user will be able to improve further by doing the reordering of the result to generate the source sentence. Any of this pair, of course, the user also can look up the concordance if they want to understand better how the translation happened in the context of the whole sentence. So these are the different kind of lookup information available, and it depends on how it's best organized to support the need of the user. Okay, so in an intelligent translation toolkit, the idea is based on the SiSTeC. We try to combine the CAT and machine translation technology together. And hopefully this will provide a paradigm shift to the translation technology. Okay, possible services, as I mentioned in the messages, we can use it not only for the computer aided translation, but it also probably can support the interpretation service, subtitle translation, speech translation too. Okay, depend on how we train it. And then for the text-based, it can be used for the translation of at least some of the more less demanding kind of material, so that more information can be made available in more languages.